and welcome to another episode of The Brand Called You, a podcast and video show which brings you leadership lessons, knowledge, and experience from hundreds, thousands of successful individuals from around the world. All role models were willing to share their story. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so you won't miss a new episode. I'm your host, Frits Busselmaker, and today I'm delighted and privileged to have a conversation with Springna Zhao. Springna, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me, Fred. It's nice to meet you again here. And hello to all of your lovely audiences.
Springna, you live in New York City. You're a Chinese American. You started your career 10, 15 years ago as an intern China Daily. You have a background in investment banking, finance, and international diplomacy. And you're currently the managing director at APG, the Alliance Global Partners. Okay, that sounds like a very solid career path. But then also you are a Hollywood film production, and your latest production is Nifty 30, covering NFTs in the Web3. And you partner with people like Spike Lee and Academy Award winning for Best Editing, Barry Alexander Brown. So that is quite a twist in somebody's background. For me, you are an enigma. I cannot place you in one box, being on one hand, investment banking, international diplomacy, on the other hand, in the Hollywood film industry. Are those two completely different worlds, or are they more connected than I might assume?
Fred, thank you for the amazing introduction. I am honored to be on your program and I'm honored to be called Enigma. I consider myself someone very authentic to my passion and someone always wanted to, do my best and make an impact to the world, no matter what it is. I think that's always a canvas for my decision making and also career path lead me to where I am today. So I attended a diplomat school in Beijing under China Foreign Ministry, and that was my, education background in China. And I came to the United States and achieved my MBA from Auburn University, which laid the ground for me to enter the investment banking career in Wall Street. So education is definitely important to me. However, when I was in Beijing, I was very interested in media and China Daily as one of the most important international media company agency from China to the world really attracted me to intern there as a student. So that has started my I guess the first step in the real world, and it showed me how news agency operated, how good news can really affect people's opinions and the narratives of the stories. And it is, very educational, eye-opening to me. However, I decided I didn't know if I truly wanted to pursue a political career yet. So I wanted to continue to advance my career in the United States. So I followed that thought and came to US. My mom actually influenced me a lot in my career choices because when I um, graduated with MBA, I thought about how she took me to exchange in China when I was a little girl, and how exciting that was to watch the screen on the big, marketing board, green lights and the red light to show different stocks moving up and moving down. And the excitement in the trading room. My mom was a very early stock investor in China. She is very adventurous herself, and she did very well. And her investment actually paved my way to study abroad. So I always thought good investment can really change lives and also make a difference for your family. And with that thought and belief, I decided going to Wall Street to pursue a career, simply because influence from my mom. But before I entered the Wall Street, since you mentioned my international diplomacy background, when I was still a student in Auburn University, the governor of Alabama realized the opportunity to do trade, investment, commerce with China as partners. So he came to school and hired me as his assistant to travel with him and take delegations from different aspects of the industries, leaderships from different cities, municipalities, and different delegation groups to China to build relationships with Chinese different government leaders and different industry leaders. We successfully attracted $500 million worth of investment from China to locate to Alabama. Believe it or not, today they still operate in Alabama with 3 different successful factories and hired about 500 local Americans. So that was my experience, how I dashed into international diplomacy when I was studying in Auburn University, which led me to become actually official advisor to the governor's office of Alabama continuously. But after my graduation, I really dived into the heart of Wall Street and worked in Merrill Lynch Bank of America as a trainee, really rotated in different departments. And my main expertise at the time was global wealth management consulting. So my focus was to provide customized solutions for high net worth families, especially international family, for overseas asset allocations, risks management, and continuous succession plans. I served a lot of publicly traded companies, founders, for their continuous, uh, investment decision after their stocks went IPO as well. So that was my, I could say, as you said, a traditional solid career path or my last life. However, I'm always someone very curious and passionate about the world. I always wanted to advance myself, want to make impact to the world, and I love storytelling. I love films. I watch a lot of films, and I love Spike Lee's films. So when I had an opportunity to get involved with Barry Alexander Brown, an Academy nominated Best Film Editor and a Lifetime Achievement Award winner from Cannes, with his film. He directed a film called The Son of the South, and Spike Lee was executive producer on the film. And they came to me, believe it or not, asked me to help them, to support them with the financing of the film and also with local government relationships with Alabama because the story happened in Alabama in
Okay.
1960s.
Okay.
So that's how I got involved. Yeah,
Okay.
in film in the beginning.
Because you described it so matter-of-factly that, okay, the introduction to these great names is almost coincidence or it just happened, but it was very much because of your role you had with Alabama that they said, okay, can you help out here? Okay.
Yes,
So,
yes, I absolutely feel extremely privileged to be involved with the state of Alabama in such a high level position, and which led me to get involved with Hollywood in a very unusual way.
and did you see this coming? Was it like playing a game of chess that, okay, I'm gonna think a couple of moves ahead. If I do this here, it will lead to that, or was it completely unexpected?
To be truly honest with you, Fred, I got asked the questions a lot, but it wasn't chess playing at all. It was kind of a serendipity.
Mhm.
I did my best and trusted the process. I believe good energy, attractive good energy from the universe. That is my faith. So I did not see this coming at all. But when it happened, I definitely did my best to jump on the seize opportunity because I felt I can play a role to make a difference for this important storytelling.
Okay. And when you get that opportunity, what's your mindset? I am 100% ready to go, or imposter syndrome, am I ready for it? And do I have this, do I have it, what it takes to deliver? Where are you on that scale?
I was 100% ready to go.
Okay. So how did you, also we have quite a young audience here. So
Mhm.
if you're 100% ready to go, you've prepared yourself. So what kind of advice would you give people? How can you prepare yourself to be 100% ready to go when you do get those opportunities?
I think do your best on the daily basis.
Mhm.
Every day is important. We can't really anticipate what may happen a year from now on, a month from now on. But if we seize the day, we do our best, and every day we make a little improvement, move forward a little bit, we're getting closer to our goal. And I do believe opportunity favor people who are prepared. So when you are prepared on a daily basis, when the opportunity do show up or favor you, you can jump on and seize it.
And how often have you declined an opportunity because it wasn't for you?
Very great question. I follow my heart, I follow my passion. If it does not align with my value system, it does not excite me, I normally decline that. And I want to focus my energy and time to something that really is important to me.
Would that also, so how do you tie that to your definition of success? So when do you feel, okay, this is important, this will bring me success, however you will define that yourself?
It's a really big question, and I want to answer that carefully considering we have a lot of audiences and young audiences here. To me personally, success is if I have become a better version of myself compared to the old self yesterday or a year ago. A success to me is that if I have made a positive impact to the world, to people I love, to the communities I care about. And a success is if I also maintain my wholesome being, if I keep myself happy, and if I maintain my integrity for every decision I make and everything I do.
Okay.
So that's how I define it.
Okay. And just to clarify that, does it have to be one of those options you just mentioned, or do you have to tick all the boxes? What I
I
mean,
like to think, please go ahead.
I was wondering if would you be satisfied if you just are able to tick just a subset of those boxes? I have kept my integrity. I've made one person happy. The rest is also great, but if we don't get there in this particular situation, then okay, I'll wait for next time.
I see. Um, all of those boxes are important to me, but in the same time, I think you get those milestones in different time, in different timeline. So it may be important to have long-term goals as well as intermediate goals. So you are not get burned out or get too anxious when you cannot get your goals immediately. For example, it is easier to maintain your wholesomeness and a well-being and keep yourself healthy and happy and making the best decision possible. But yet it may take a while to make a positive impact to the world, to the people you love, and to the community you care about.
Now, if I have done my homework correctly, you're still doing two things at the same time. You're still in the finance world, and you're looking at you could say the film production. That's
That's
not
correct.
two full-time jobs, or is it? I mean, how do you cope?
Yes, it is. But considering Elon Musk can run three publicly traded companies in the same time building new ventures, basically continuously, I feel like if there is a dream, that's a will, that's a path to get there. And I do juggle a lot. I do balance a lot. So it's important to prioritize important tasks on a daily basis. It's also very important to have team to build a strong, capable team to support you. But as a leader, where I think where I am in both roles, it is important I keep a clear schedule of what need to be accomplished on a monthly, weekly, and daily basis.
That seems very organized.
Chaotic, organized. Organize the chaos. How about that?
Yeah, no, I understand the organized chaos. I'm just wondering, do you have time for R&R? Do you have time for a lazy Sunday afternoon and just do absolutely nothing? Or is it already preparing for the next week?
I try to create those lazy Sunday afternoon for myself because it's important to keep your sanity
Mhm.
and keep yourself healthy, which is the basis for making good decisions. So self-care is extremely important. Yes, I do.
And is your mother still around?
Of course.
Yes. Okay. And
Yes.
she just looks at you
I
and says,
just spoke to her last night.
great. Okay. And whichever makes statement Springer, you have to choose, make up your mind. Uh, or does she support what you're doing, or is she concerned as any great mother does. Hey, taking too much on your plate.
You nailed it. She's very concerned with taking too much on my plate, but on the other hand, she knows her daughter so well.
Yeah.
She understands I won't rest until I get to accomplish what I'm set on my mind for. So she's very supportive while being very concerned in the same time.
Great. Now, tell me a little bit about the movie you're making, because Nifty 30, that was the latest film. Is that
Yes,
or is something else on the table?
this is the latest film. The working title is Nifty 30. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, we're there.
I'm sorry, got a phone comment. Does it interrupt the
No,
interview at all or?
go ahead.
Okay, great. We most likely will change the title. However, the film itself is about a digital journey into the heart of Web3 by thought-provoking interviews from luminaries out of NFT, blockchain, metaverse to AI to try to address the risks, opportunities, beauty, and darkness brought to us by those frontier technology. We went around the world the last 2 years to interview amazing icons in the space, such as yourself from Geneva last year. And finally, we're at a space. We locked the picture. We're in the final post-production and ready to go the third quarter for the 2024 to attend different film festivals around the world. And we cannot wait to share the film with you all.
Okay. And is this a film for the general public, or do you have a
It
target?
is. It is a film for anyone who want to understand what is going on in this crazy, fast-growing Web3 space. Anyone who wanted to learn, anyone who already in it, but wanted to hear those luminaries' thoughts, their journeys, wanted to learn from them. So I think we have a wide range of audiences.
So you have gained insight in 2 years talking to thought leaders around the world in what's happening with technology. Your end conclusion, are you optimistic? Is this an opportunity or are you concerned? What's your take on that?
My personal take is that the genie's out of the box,
Yeah,
and we have to be cautious yet optimistic.
got
To
that.
up to maximize the opportunity, you have to understand the technology. And the film is a very easy and entertaining way for general audiences to step into this very profound digital realm. Because it can be difficult for general public who have no technology background to understand, blockchain, digital wallet, non-fungible token, and AI, all of the artificial intelligence. So I think the film played a great role as an intro.
Okay. Okay, I have a thought I have to share with you because you have so much influence in the way you position a film and the topic of that film to get the audience to think about it as an opportunity or as a threat. And let me quote James Cameron. 40 years ago, James Cameron produced The Terminator. And last year in a magazine, People's Magazine, James Cameron was quoted, "Look, I told you, guys, I warned you for the robots. It's man against the machine." Arnold Schwarzenegger then in a message say, "Look, listen to James, guys." So the general public has, because of that film Terminator, I'd say I would say that that's the only reason, but it didn't help with, let's say, a positive image about technology and robot. It's us against the machine. So the general media film has a profound impact, influence on how we as general public, but also our policymakers view technology, view innovations. So that's also why I'm asking your film. I'm very curious to see what the end result is, but positive connotation, neutral, negative? Are you agnostic? I'm just, well, what message do you want the film to have?
Understand your question. Yet I don't want to disclose too much information so the film loses its appeal and people know what it's about before they even get to watch it. So I have a, very tricky balance here, try to manage. I'm sure you understand, but I don't want to avoid the questions either. So I will address it by the purpose of the film and how and why I want to make the film. So hopefully they'll shed some light to your question as well.
Okay.
So
I'll just remain
yeah,
curious and wait until it's released, and then we can all watch it.
yes, I want all of you guys to watch it and have your personal takeaway, not influenced by what I think, how I think I make the film here before you got to watch it. But I do want to say one thing. We interviewed a lot of luminaries who changed their personal lives from 0 to 10 and made a profound impact to the community and gave back to society by using technology in the right way. So I think there's a lot to learn from that. But in the same time, we did not shy away from the bad actors who actually screwed the people who trusted them and the community who endorsed them by using technology in a very, you know, unethical way. So we disclosed both.
Well, as soon as it's coming out Q3 this year, I will find the film festival, one of those 10 film festivals you mentioned, and have a look. Definitely.
Yes, I will keep you to my on my list to invite for sure.
Okay. Now, with all these
I'll be
activities,
very curious for your view after that.
you'll get it. With all these activities, Springer, I was just
Mm-hmm.
wondering, has it been a smooth ride for you so far, or was it
Mm.
a bumpy road? And if so, the mistakes, the failures, how did you cope with that?
Great question. The filmmaking part is definitely not a smooth ride. I can tell you that. I had the idea to make this documentary to help myself, like you said, to gain insight from the people you interview. It's a little self-serving in the beginning, yet I realized 95% of world population do not even have a digital wallet. But a lot of people are gaining awareness of this digital realm. So I wanted to make a film that matters for many generations to come, maybe more like a time capsule 30 years down the road, when all using digital wallet, we can go back and say, oh, we watched the film. That's the beginning of my journey into the digital realm. I want to have that profound impact. So with that motivation, I assembled a team to try to make the film. That was from December of 2021. Yet my partners during that time uh, decided to pursue their own interests which can be more beneficial to them at the times. In 2022, April, I was left alone in the project without original partners. So the decision I had to make during the times, do I give up? Do I just move back to what I do? I'm comfortable doing it. I'm good at it. Or do I really pursue this passion burning inside of me and it matters so much to me and figure out a way alone to do it? I really struggle with that decision. But I can't give up the dream. So I decided to pursue it. So I decided to find new partner, better partner, by learning what I learned in the first time around, and also build a solid professional team. And this time it worked. And we got to where we were and where we are. We're in the final phase of this film's production right now. We're about to disclose it to the world and about to go to film festival circuit around the world. So, but it's not a smooth ride at all. And also during the filmmaking process, I'm a new producer. I never done this before. So I have to learn on the go and learn very, very fast. So I made sure I have a good mentor. I made sure I have a sounding board. I made sure I have advisors around me I can go back to for advice, for support, um, when I'm in doubt, when I'm questioning if I make the best decisions at all. And those really helped.
That's actually
So,
something. hear quite a lot when I talk to people about building a team around them uh,
Mm-hmm.
to give them support, help, advice. And sometimes I have the idea that some people out there are very concerned or afraid, reluctant to build that team around them because it might be a you could say demonstration of not having the skills yet, and so they'd rather not do it. And so, how what would you give advise those people out there who are struggling
Mm.
with that decision, build a team of people around you? How do you get them to do build that?
I think the first step is to realize what is your vision, what is your goal. If you're very clear about it, then you want to think about what is my path, execution plan to get there. Can I do it on my own? If you cannot, then you need help. And a lot of amazing professionals, leaders out there that are willing to help young people who are driven to accomplish their goals. So I think it's important to really be honest with yourself. What is your goal? Do you have an execution plan? Do you have a team to help you? If you don't, then you need the help and reach out to people with the professional skill set and experiences you lack of, and have a chat with them, and you will find your team if you just chat enough people.
Have that confidence, reach out. Hey,
Have
that's
the
great.
confidence and reach out. Yeah, and networking is important. Go to industry conferences, seminars to learn, to immerse yourself in the topics you're interested in, to learn from the people who are considered experts and talk to them, after those seminars and conferences. Reach out to them, and eventually, I think you'll find your tribe.
Great. Hey, thank you so much for all your energy in this presentation and discussion, Springna. Uh, I
Thank
don't
you,
know if you're
Fred.
ready for my last question now. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, but um, I do want to ask you. I mean, this ties into how you look at your own future, how you look at yourself right now. But how do you want people to remember you?
How do I want people to remember me? My gosh, you have some very deep, insightful questions, Fred. Um, I want people to remember me as a positive source of energy that make their life better by my being and by what I do.
Your mother should be very proud of you, Zingna. Springer. I'm so thank you for the opportunity to talk to you, and hopefully we'll talk again soon. And for now, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart that you.
Thank you, Fred. It's been great. You're an amazing host.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Brand Called You videocast and podcast, a platform that brings you knowledge, experience, and wisdom of hundreds of successful individuals from around the world. Do visit our website www.tbcy.in to watch and listen to the stories of many more individuals. You can also follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search for the Brand Called You.